Russian long-range bombers are patrolling the skies on a regular basis once again, and the Tu-95 Bear remains the backbone of the country's strategic fleet. It's an aircraft that many consider to be a Cold War legend. Our correspondent Mikhail Lebedev went to take a closer look.
It may be colossal, noisy and old, but it's still daunting. After almost 15 years of silence in the skies, Russia decided to resume regular long-range patrol flights. And these exotic-looking Tu-95 strategic bombers are back on Russian and NATO radar screens once again. This turboprop had its first flight more than half a century ago, but it is still fundamental for Russia's strategic aviation.
The main advantage of this plane is that it is very reliable and simple, so it is easy to maintain it.
In the late 1940s, Joseph Stalin ordered the creation of a bomber that could fly to the United States and back, and they had to be capable of delivering deadly nukes. Several jet versions of the aircraft were presented, but all stopped short of the necessary requirements. Realizing that the jet engines at the time weren't durable enough to perform transatlantic flights, the designer Tupolev looked to the turboprop instead, and it proved to be the right decision as Tu-95 made its first public appearance in 1955.
Now, the engines that move the strategic bomber are one of the kind. It is the only airplane to use the coaxial system of the rotor engine, which pretty much allows it to go for very long distances.
These turboprop engines also made it the noisiest military aircraft on Earth. Its size and the roar of the propellers earned it a NATO designation, the Bear. Its blades rotate faster than the speed of sound, and the Bear holds the unofficial world speed record among propeller-powered aircraft, almost 1,000 kilometers per hour. And experts believe it still has a bright future.
It doesn't matter that the plane is old, the main thing is that the avionics and weapons systems are modern. For example, the Tu-95 can be used effectively as a cruise missile platform. It can fire missiles thousands of kilometers away from the target and return safely to base.
Along with the speed, the aircraft has a good flying range as well. Those 10,000 kilometers that Stalin was looking for were exceeded by this model. All this made the Tu-95 suitable for a wide variety of missions. Maritime reconnaissance, jamming and intercepting radio signals are just a few examples. And in 1959, a civil version of the Bear, Tu-114, flew the Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev to New York in just 11 hours.
The fuel tanks of this aircraft are situated right in the wings. Now, the capacity of it is almost 100,000 liters, which would be enough for almost 30,000 kilometers.
Later on, the flight range of the Tu-95 was increased through mid-air refueling. It means missions can last up to 20 hours non-stop. And this could be quite challenging for the crew, as the tiny cockpits don't even have room for a toilet. But with Bears being upgraded through modern technology, it's likely that Russian pilots will have to sit tight in the near future. Mikhail Lebedev, Russia Today, Engels Air Base, Saratov region.